55-gallon aquarium, and this is my new 120-gallon tank. Just got it set up today. Got my lights installed. These are the new 212-watt fixtures from Taotronics. Got all my equipment in this week, so I'll be setting it up. So I'll show you guys how I set up my new 120-gallon tank. And I'm going to be taking my 55-gallon down and using that as my sump. So the hard part is getting all these corals and live rock into this tank without harming any corals. Right now I have the two separate lights on there. This is the 2-to-1 ratio blue to white, so it's got more blue than white. And this is the 2-to-1 white to blue ratio, or it's got more white. So I'll show you guys what the tank looks like if you guys want more blue or if you want more white. You can see the left side of the wall there has a little bit more blue, and the right side of the tank is a little bit brighter with the more white. But I'll see how the corals do under each one. And I just made a little bracket in the ceiling, just screwed some hooks in there, and that's how I hung the lights. I think it looks pretty clean and sharp. Finally got my 120-gallon aquarium installed and all hooked up. So all this in my 55-gallon, I got to transfer over to my 120-gallon now. I got some dry rock from Bulk Reef Supply in my 120-gallon that I'm curing right now, but that's been curing for the past 2 weeks and it should be good to go now. I already have my anemone in there just to make sure he finds a spot so he doesn't move around. He's been staying up there for about a week now, so he should be good up there now. And my dry rock is starting to grow some algae on it, so it's cured. So I can start to change everything over and put all my live rock and corals from my 55 into my 120. Got my lights installed above the tank. I got two different lights. You can see I just have the whites on right now. The white one on the left has more blue than 2-to-1 blue ratio to white. And then the right one there, the black one, has a 2-to-1 ratio of white to blue. So you can see that there's only 4 of the white lights on the left one, because I don't have the blues on. So I can show you guys the difference if you want more blue or more white in your aquarium. Right now it's just all white. I'll show you guys all the equipment that I got for my 120 and how I'm going to install everything. Got the Reef Octopus 200. So I rated for 250 gallons. I got the biggest I can afford right now, because I'm planning on overstocking my 120 with a lot of fish and a lot of corals. So I wanted the biggest skimmer I could get for right now. So I think the Reef Octopus will do the job for now. I'm going to take my 55-gallon and put it down in my basement and use that as my sump. So after I change everything over, I gotta glue in the baffles, and then I can install that down in the basement. And then I decided not to drill my tank. I just don't like how when you gotta drill your tank, you gotta use a really big overflow box, and it uses up a lot of space in the aquarium. And I've only heard good things about the Life Reef overflow, so I'm going to give it a try. it's rated at 600 gallons per hour. I decided to go with the 600 gallon per hour one instead of the dual 1200 gallon per hour, because I just wanted to match my protein skimmer for now. I mean, I don't need more than 600 gallons per hour through my sump, because really any more than that the refugium won't even be able to keep up with the amount of flow. So I'll show you guys how to install this and how it works. It just hangs over the aquarium, and you can see the collection box inside the aquarium is much smaller than if you would have to drill your tank out. And then it has a U-tube that just goes right over top of the aquarium, and the life reef overflow is 100% guaranteed to start back up. It never breaks its siphon whenever power shuts off. The reason it does that is because it has a chamber on this side, and water never goes down below the U-tube, so it never lets air into the U-tube, so it'll never break the siphon. And then I just got a 1-inch bulkhead that I got to run the vinyl tubing into the basement. And I also got the vinyl tubing off of Life Reef because it's real flexible, unlike the vinyl tubing that you buy at Lowe's. It's normally really stiff and it kinks real easy. But this tubing that I got off Life Reef is real flexible and it's softer, so you can bend it and it won't kink. So it'll be a lot easier to run all my lines down to the basement. And then it's got a silencer. This will keep the overflow from gurgling. Just runs a airline tubing down through the overflow, and it'll keep the overflow silent. And then I just got a J tube to run the water back up into the aquarium. And I got a reactor here to run my GFO and my carbon. But for now, I'm going to run my algae scrubber in my basement. But I'm planning on trying out the bio pellets. So I ordered the Reef Octopus bio pellet reactor off of Bulk Reef Supply. I heard good reviews on it, and it keeps the bio pellets tumbling. So I'm going to try that. And the reactor from Reef Octopus really looks cool. So it'll look cool down in my sump. So that's it for now. And I'm going to install the overflow, the Life Reef overflow in my return, and then get all my lab rocks switched over to my 120. So I'll show you guys how I set everything up.